Hey, I'm Julie Kalen, your voice of happiness. And are you a freelancer or have you ever thought of becoming a freelancer? Well, I've been a freelancer. I've worked as a freelancer for most of my adult life, and I just love it. And whether you're a freelancer currently or you're thinking about starting your own business or starting to see what freelancing is all about, I would encourage you to sign up for a site called Fiverr, and that is Fiverr.com. And some of you watching this video might be familiar with it. Other of you may not be familiar with it, but it's actually, to tell you a little bit more about it, it's a site that's been around about 10 years. And it's got its name because when they first started the site, you could sell your services for $5, hence the name Fiverr. But over the years, it has grown substantially. Now I believe it's like one of the top 100 websites in the world. And it's a huge freelance marketplace. And now you could price your services anywhere from $5 all the way up to many hundreds of dollars, or maybe they even let you go higher than that. But it's something that I would recommend you check out, whether you're currently a freelancer and you're looking to make some extra freelancing money, or whether you're currently doing something else, but you just want to explore the world of freelancing because maybe you're looking for a career change, or maybe you're just looking for some extra money. Times are tough financially now. There's a lot of people unemployed. I would definitely encourage you to check it out. And I just want to tell you a little bit more about some of the pros and cons, and a little bit more about my personal experience on Fiverr to, give you some tips and heads up about things you should be aware of if you list your services on Fiverr. Well, one thing I would encourage you to do is to go to the website, go to the Fiverr website, and browse around a bit and think about your passions and what you like to do, and what you would like to freelance at, whether it's writing, whether it's voiceovers, which is what I currently do on Fiverr, or whether you love to do video production, audio production. It could be anything. There's so many different things that you could freelance at. I'm not going to list them all, but think about what you like to do, what you currently freelance at if you're not yet a freelancer, and just browse around the site because you could see all kinds of gigs from, like I said, the standard like writing or voiceover video production to like wacky, totally off the wall things like I will do a Santa Claus impression, in a girl's voice or whatever. I'm just making stuff up, but there is a lot of totally random funny things on there as well. So no gig or no talent or special skill that you have is too crazy or off the wall. So check it out. And I would definitely encourage you to list your services on Fiverr now, because in my experience, the first time that I listed my service on Fiverr, my voiceover service, was in February of 2020. And in my experience, it took me a long time to get my first gig on Fiverr. It took till probably May. So maybe it took a good 3 months. So don't be surprised and don't panic either if you list your gig on Fiverr and it takes a few months to get some traction on the website. So don't freak out about that. That's completely normal, because sometimes people will put their gig up for sale there, and they're gonna expect a lot of quick and easy sales there. That's not exactly how it works. So don't panic. It is going to take a while for you. It might take you a while to get your first sale on Fiverr. And keep in mind, like for me, like I said, I do voiceovers there. And if you just type in voiceover on Fiverr, you get about 16,000 results. So there's 16,000 voiceover artists on Fiverr. I mean, there's a lot of competition there. And, you can't expect to be on the first page, on the second page, or on the third page of the search results, right up front. It's going to take time. But trust me, that Fiverr has an algorithm that will eventually put you in one of those top spots eventually, and you will eventually start to get orders. But just be patient. It might take some time. So that's what I'm saying, if you're really considering this, put your gig up right away. And so then maybe in, 2, 3 months, you're going to start to get orders and start to make some freelance income on Fiverr. Another thing is, like I said, the competition is pretty fierce. So at least be, decent at whatever you do on Fiverr. You don't have to be the best in the world at it. Obviously, maybe you're thinking of starting out in voiceovers, but you don't have experience and you're not the greatest in the world at it yet. That's okay. I mean, list your services there for $5 to start out with. Maybe you're just looking to build a portfolio, see what it's like, get a little extra cash. There's nothing wrong with that. You could do that, no problem. Someone more established like me, I don't do $5 gigs on Fiverr. My services are priced higher because I do have more experience at it. And for me, let's see, my average. Let me see what it says. I'm looking at my Fiverr app here. And you could see that, if I could show this to you, if you could see it on camera, here we go. This is my Fiverr app on my phone. $824 on Fiverr in December, and the average selling price was $96.41. So I'm not doing $5 gigs there. It's my average gig sale is $95, I think, and 41 cents. It says right there. And I earned $824 on Fiverr in December. And so another thing to remember about Fiverr is, don't be surprised if some months you earn, after you get a little bit more established on Fiverr, if some months you earn, like I said in December, that I earned like $800. November wasn't nearly as good. It was like 200. Sometimes the world of freelancing is, some months you get a lot of income, other months you get a little bit of income. Just when months are good and sales are good, of course, that's part of the freelance lifestyle. Save that money when the months are good, because you will probably encounter some slow months in your world of freelancing, and that's not unexpected. So be prepared for that, especially if you're going to do freelancing full time. And a lot of people do use Fiverr full time as their full time income. I know voiceover colleagues that make 6 figures just from Fiverr, and that's awesome. But like I said, caution is that save some of that money. Don't spend it all, because Fiverr could change their algorithms at any time, and you could be, for whatever reason, be put at the bottom of that list of 16,000, voice actors or writers or whatever service that you offer on Fiverr. So it's definitely risky if you're going to use Fiverr for all, or Fiverr or any other freelancing website as all of your income. So definitely be aware of that, because they could change an algorithm at any time. Someone could complain about you, whether it's founded or unfounded, to Fiverr, and you could go like from super high up in the rankings and getting like 20 orders a day to getting no orders a day. And two, I've experienced like Fiverr unpredictability, whereas sometimes I'll have like 5 orders in my queue for that I have to do for that day. And then other times, sometimes you'll go a couple weeks without any orders. And so that's just something to be aware of. And so it's very unpredictable. Like I never know if I'm going to have like 5 orders a day on Fiverr or none. So sometimes that could be one of the cons of Fiverr, is the unpredictability of it and the unpredictability of the algorithms. So like I said, while you can make a full-time income on Fiverr, if you're, if you've been on there a while, if you work to build up your ratings on Fiverr, if you're getting tons of reviews and tons of repeat clients, it's definitely possible. I have some great clients on Fiverr, some great repeat clients, and then on Fiverr sometimes you get some not so great clients too. And one of the bad things about Fiverr that I found is if you cancel an order, that you will be decreased in the rankings. So that's one thing that I'm not too crazy about on Fiverr, because I have sometimes I've been sometimes people will pay the wrong amount of money for the length of the script. And, it's not all the buyer's fault because the order process on Fiverr and all the options and add-ons can get a bit confusing, honestly, for the buyer. So sometimes it's some craziness, and someone will pay totally the wrong price for this long script that they send me, and I just like end up canceling it. And Fiverr does tell you that's one way they will lower you in the Fiverr rankings. So that's one thing too that I'm not too crazy about. But again, there's so many good things about Fiverr that you by listing yourself on there, you have exposure to so many buyers on one of the top freelancing sites in the world. It's a great way to make some income. If you're new at freelancing, like I said, you could build your portfolio that way. And if you're more established at freelancing, like I said, I've connected with some great clients on Fiverr, some that pay me several $100s an hour for voiceover work, and you cannot beat that. And two, lots of times I like Fiverr for times when I get super lazy about my marketing. I have some months where I'm like, I'm just not in a marketing mood. I'm not going to market my own voiceover business too much. And there have definitely been times where some of that Fiverr income has saved my butt when I've that month I've just focused on YouTubing, and I like slacked off on my marketing for my voiceover business, and it was good to have that other income source from Fiverr, because one of the benefits of Fiverr is that you don't have to do the marketing. Fiverr basically does the marketing for you because they have all of these clients, and um, I've even seen commercials like for Fiverr now, like big television commercials. So they're definitely spending a lot of money on advertising. And like I said, if you're eventually, lucky enough to get in the right place in the Fiverr algorithm, you could make a decent amount of sales that way. Like I said, this was a good month for me. Like when I'm filming this video, it's December, the end of December 2020 is when I showed you that. Like I said, $800 average selling price, nearly $100 for each order. So definitely can't complain about that. It's definitely something for you to look into, you to explore. Just like I said, beware of some of the cautions of working on Fiverr, and definitely do make sure that if you're serious about freelancing and you intend to freelance for a long time, that you do know how to market yourself in other ways besides just Fiverr, because Fiverr's great, but do I want all of my income to come from Fiverr, and do I want all of my clients to come from Fiverr? I personally don't. I definitely don't. I need to grow my own brand in my own business, and get your own clients. And the only way to do that as a freelancer, lots of times, is to do your own advertising, pay for your own advertising to advertise you, or just the old fashioned, calling people on the phone, emailing people directly to get them to hire you for your freelance services. But just in case you are not familiar with Fiverr, or you were just curious about it and you potentially wanted to work on there, like I said, you have nothing to lose by signing up for it, and you can get some money, get some experience, and build your portfolio on Fiverr. So I definitely do recommend at least trying it. The worst that could happen is that you could hate it and that you're like, I'm deleting my gig from Fiverr, which is just fine if you want to do that. But definitely try it out. And I want to hear all about your experiences with Fiverr in the comments. And also let me know in the comments if you have any questions about Fiverr, and tell me some more about what you do as a freelancer, or what you would like to do as a freelancer, because I definitely want to help you live a happier, healthier life. And, freelancing, I think, is definitely great, and, brings me much happiness and joy. It sure beats having a day job, in my opinion. I love it, and if you give it a try, I'm pretty confident that you are going to, get some value out of it too. And I want to hear all about your experiences. So I definitely hope this video helped you. And yeah, until the next video, I am wishing you much happiness and joy and financial abundance and freelance success. So yeah, definitely please keep me posted. And oh yeah, and if you haven't yet, please do um, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification, hit the little bell there so you could be notified when I release my next videos. And do like this video as well if you enjoyed it, so that other people can find it and learn all about Fiverr as well. All right, so thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. All right.